Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today I got to thinking to myself, my goodness, you know what? It's getting close to the end of the month here. It's just about to be July, which I think I might have said January in the last episode. Maybe I'm misremembering now. Anyway, it's about to be July. And we've not clicked off everything on our board. We've done, what, 3 things this month? Oh my goodness me. I mean, we smoothed the shores, we just didn't finish it. We've decorated a nether roof portal, just not all of them. We'll get around to that eventually. I was kind of looking up here, I thought, wait, didn't last episode we did the thing with the lava? That was never up here for some reason. We just never put it up here. I have no idea why. And then I got to looking. I started gently massaging my beard, and I thought, we could do this. We need to do that. Because the problem right now with outdoor lighting is that we put a bunch of copper bulbs in the ground, which doesn't really do what we want it to do next door at the sort of nature island. What are we calling it? Is it some sort of I was going to say nature retreat. It's definitely not a nature retreat. It's more of like an enclosure, not enclosure. What is the term for when you have bone block? Yeah, no, we'll do bone blocks. That's fine. When you have a bunch of animals and they're living safely in like a nature reserve. Yes, that's what we've got next door, something like a little bit of a reserve. And wouldn't it be better? I mean, there's no animals there. It's all just like a plant reserve. I guess a greenhouse, but it's not a greenhouse. It's an island outside. It's an island in the sun where we can, play and have some fun. Where's glowberries? For I much desire to use them. There we go. We'll take a large supply of these out there with us, because we're going to replace all of the bulbs with glowberries, because those will look more natural. And I'm going to go ahead and just preemptively say, you know what? We're probably going to want to snip some of these to not glow. Let's just have the shears ready to go. Instead of waiting and then having to do that whole song and dance of like, let me find a place to put this thing down now. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to come in for a nice smooth landing here. Look at that. How did you get up here, turtle? And if you got up here, does that mean they can too? Yeah, you better go. Looks like they're coming up here with like blood in their eyes. All right, we're going to start off by plopping this one down. Can I put one there? Hello? Why? Why not? Will they not go on leaves? That was my whole plan, was for these to go on leaves. Are you telling me that they can't? This plan might be dead in the water. I've already started the episode. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I guess I could plant them there. Well, I should have seen that coming. There we go. So we play at that, and that's like a light. And then I think that does light source things. So, like, where's the nearest lamp? Come here, you. Oh, you know what? We should have brought dirt. That's fine. We'll pick that up. And as you can see, we've got a bit of an issue here. And we can resolve that right now by adding a little bit of glowberry. Locking it in. Boom. No more issue. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Here's what we're going to have to do. Is we're going to have to get clever and we're going to have to get creative. So let's go grab, first off, some dirt, or grass, or both. It doesn't matter, one way or the other. So that we can patch in the holes as we go. And then also, we're going to grab some various different pieces of wood. So that we can create our own little limbs in the trees. This is my solution. This is my idea. I think we need a little bit of every kind, though, don't we? I mean, we don't really have a little bit of every kind, now that I'm looking in here. We're just going to grab, like, as much as... Oh, no. Oh, no, that's right up there. It just blends in is the problem. Well, we knew that wasn't going to be an issue. Could have probably assumed that wouldn't be an issue. I think mangrove we really don't need. We're going to grab them all while we're here. I just think that for most of these trees, they'll either... Not most of them, but a lot of them will have their own limbs to work with. It's really only the smaller ones that we'll have to worry about. But let's head back across the way there. I'm not turning off F8. I know it makes everything look silly, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it on. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Someone started throwing... Someone's throwing weapons at me. Where are you? Are you down here? Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. He's attacking his own kind. That is brutal. Now, you better drop that thing. I've not picked one up in a while. Oh, he did it. He specifically did not do it just to spite me. Okay, hole filled. And here's what I'm feeling, right? We do that. And then we just stick one of these on the side there. Kind of looks like it could be a limb. And then once this is on there, this is going to draw most of the attention. So, I reckon it ought to be okay. Yeah. These little ones, they're the dimmer ones, I guess I should say, blend in with the color of the earth. So let's move this over here. And then we have room to move that down here. I don't know how necessary it really is to snip these. Just feel like they look better when they don't grow in certain circumstances. In some places, it does help with the sort of aesthetics of things. What do you think, buddy? You think this is starting to look good? You think it's starting to shape up over here? You better shape up. Really? I thought these guys were supposed to be, if not rare, at least not common. Constantly being jumped by them. You know, we lived on this island for a really long time, and there were, like, before we ever saw, what, 5 or 6 episodes in before I ever saw a drowned. And they terrified me. Really? Where are you coming from? The point I'm getting at here is, why are there constantly drowned around here when there were not when this series started? Is it you know what I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I just figured it out. It's because every other form of monster is incapable of spawning around here, because I've put light everywhere. So the only mob the game can spawn at me, until we fill the oceans with light, I guess, are the drowned. And I don't even know if filling the oceans with light would work. Just kind of assuming that's how that would... Maybe it would. I don't know. Been rewatching Who's the Boss lately. It's pretty good. I think I've talked about that in a previous episode. It is sometimes hard to watch episodes because they've got Alyssa Milano in it. And she's like this adorable little child actor in this show. But every time I look at her, I'm like, you grow into one of the dumbest human beings on the internet. Alyssa Milano, who famously shared a photo of herself during COVID saying, "Be sure to wear your mask, guys," or something to that effect, while wearing a handmade knitted mask. I don't need to explain the issue there, do I? I don't think that I do. Profoundly stupid human being. Absolutely one of the dumbest people to ever live. Great show, though. Also, a friend of mine's a big fan of King of the Hill, and he got me to watch the first couple episodes with him. And since then, I've binged the whole first season, and I'm well into the second. And I you know what it is? I understand why it ran for like 13 seasons and is getting a revival. It's pretty gosh darn funny. Growing up in Texas, I can tell you that is the Texas experience. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Boo boo ba doo doo. Skidoo doo 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 doo. Skidoo doo 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 doo. You know what? There's no reason not to. Like, yeah, we don't need them here, but why wouldn't we just have them here? Why wouldn't we want more light? It looks good. And yeah, you could make the argument that if I'm having trouble finding some of the lanterns, do I really need to get rid of them? And the answer is, well, no, I guess I really don't. But I'm doing what I wanna. This is my YouTube channel. It's now or never. 'Cause I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to break the lights while I'm alive. We can use mixes like that. We can have a mix of some that drip down a little lower, some that don't. Look at this. 3 down. How about that? And then like 2. I'm a madman. I'm a crazy person. I can't wait to get back, you know, to the other island and look back over here and realize the terrors that I have wrought, and I just don't actually like this at all, and then just know that I'm stuck with it because I'm not about to undo it in the exact same episode or in the immediate future. I was kind of hoping it would be finished before the sun came back up, but that's okay. We're not anywhere close to being finished, and I'm glad I didn't try to like rush it. Because it definitely needs a little bit more finesse. It needs a little bit more work. Plenty of places to put them on these big boys. I've got it off now, and I'm just like, I have the little thing that scans the ground off, and I'm just searching right now for lamps. I'm going to collect all the lamps first, because they're hard to see when you have just like the entire ground in green. So I'm going to go ahead and collect all the lamps, and then I'll go back with it on and find the red spots. I feel like that's probably going to be easier for me. Especially since it is going to be getting dark soon. Are you stuck in there too, Mr. B? I'd let you go, but you have no idea how irritating these guys are. And besides that, I need you anyway for an upcoming project at some point in July involving getting honey. And I won't say more than that because there's no point, because I've just described the entire thing. I just want bees so I can get honey. I like my honey raw. Now, honey is not like other things that you want to get, you know, raw, unfiltered. Like, you do want raw, unfiltered honey, but it's not because there's anything wrong with the process of processing, in quotes, honey. You're really just heating it up a bit so that it is more liquidy, and you're running it through a strainer and a filter, and you're getting out all of the, mostly, I mean, occasional insect pieces, but mostly you're trying to get out all of the sort of the honeycomb bits, all of the solid, not nectar. What do bees get out of pollen? You want to get all the solid bits of pollen, propolis, and all that. You want to get all that out of the honey because if you have a super pure honey, it'll last a lot longer without going hard. Now, if your honey goes hard, that's not a problem to deal with. You just got to heat it up and it'll go soft again. But, oh, I forgot about this. That is unfortunate. Well, now's as good a time as any, I guess, to go ahead and fill this hole in while I've got some dirt. You know, there we go. There's that problem dealt with. But the reason that I want my honey raw, and it is not like, again, it's such a mild form of processing. It's not like it kills all the good stuff inside the honey. But I want my honey to go hard. I like not rock hard honey, but honey that's got a little bit more mass to it, where it's a little thicker, and you can almost smear it like a butter. That's my ideal honey, and the best way to get honey like that is to just get the unfiltered honey. It's got some of the propolis in it. It's got some of the beeswax. It's got some of the pollen, and that causes it's like the catalyst to start the process of it waxing. I don't know if that's actually what they call it, but it gets kind of waxy a little bit, which it's spectacular. That's my favorite form of honey. Also, the pollen creates a slightly different flavor, and I like that. I've become a bit of a honey connoisseur in recent months. I own many exotic honeys, and they are delicious. I just realized it's going to get dark, and I've now broken just about all the lights on the island, and I have not been replacing them, so we are now in a very dangerous island, and the sun is about to set. Where is it actually in the sky? It's noon. Okay, we got time. We got to work now, though. I'm going to stop yapping about honey, and I'm going to start doing this, because we need more of these, and are we actually burning through? Wow, okay, we've used a lot of this. I didn't realize. Okay. That we might have to go get some more. I'm going to go around and try to place all of these where I think they're needed, and we'll worry later about turning the filter or the overlay back on to see whether or not we desperately need some in certain areas. The main reason we don't want mobs spawning on this island is because sometimes we come over here and mob spawning is inconvenient to me. There's the end of those, and rather than just create more, well, I'll create one more, I guess, by accident entirely. Instead of doing that further, well, no, that is exactly what we're going to do. When we come back, is we are going to continue to do exactly that to make more of them, because we didn't have that many to kind of be getting on with in the first place. What I'm trying to say is I'm not going to go back and get more berries. I'm going to run back real quick and get more of the bone meal. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. My point being that we're running out of time here. Remember when I used to have to go on a little bit of a journey to get to this island? Remember I used to have to get on a boat and sail over here? What a different time. Come here, you. Okay, so that's not all that we've got. We do have this whole stack here. What is that? That's like 41 of them. Let's get 42 and say that's probably enough. We want to have a bunch of these hanging off of the big central tree because it is important and therefore should have lots of light. Rushing, rushing, rushing all over the island in a hurry. I could just go to sleep. And then when we wake up, we might not have issues, right? Well, when we wake up, we will not have issues because we can go back out and keep working. Without having to, panic about time ticking on and on and on. Everybody's rushing. Hello, comrade. Got to get down to the bus stop, no? It's more fun if we don't. It's more fun if we don't, and if we just... Was that a creeper on top of that tree? No, I saw that. Why would there be a creeper in a tree? It doesn't even make sense. What a silly thing for me to imagine. This side of the island is where we're sort of in desperate need of a... Oops, did it out of order. Desperate need of light over here. Hey, look at there. They're not rendered in, though, but we know that they're there. So will this suspend from here? I kind of hoped it would, and it looks like it does. See, this is what I was worried about. It's like an area right along in here where it's too far away from these light sources in the trees. What am I supposed to do about this? Do I leave a little lantern? Or do I plant another tree? I kind of feel like planting another tree is going to be the move. We've actually talked about the need to... in the future, come back out here and plant different trees around. Because for some reason, when we designed this place, we decided to do this really silly thing of having all the trees be on their own and not really interspersed, which doesn't make any sense. It's not quite how nature works at all. It just doesn't look very good. So we need to intersperse some different trees over here anyway. Yeah, same problem over here. Same problem right over here. So we need to have a tree planted about here, and then another tree planted right over here. Is that it, though? Where else? Okay, so we're missing some around here. So again, another tree maybe planted right about here. What? We got to pick a tree. Another tree here. Uh-oh. Oh! Looky there. Oh, hold on, buddy. Let me get my sword out. Let's make this a fair fight. So where exactly did you come from on this island, huh? Big one right in the middle of the island. Completely missed it. That is embarrassing. Another one right here. Another one right here. Okay. Ah! I'm fine. Not panicking or anything. I don't want to hit the grass. I went through a lot of effort to place grass down so that it looked natural. Why are there two of them? I don't know any better. I'd say I'm being messed with right now. There's so much light over here. How did I... No! Holy smokes, what? Are you kidding me? Wait a minute, what? No shot, wait a minute, where? No! Now hold on. Something weird's going on over here. No shot do I believe for... I'm the only one online. No shot do I believe for a second. There's just 4 creepers out of nowhere? Are you kidding me? I simply refuse to believe the odds. I simply refuse to believe the odds. So the whole coast over here needs a lot of work. There's not enough light on this coast. Goodness me. Well, now I'm just terrified to go up there. I'm glad my Minecraft instincts kicked in. My 15 years of playing Minecraft causing me to just immediately sprint forward in a blind panic. Where are they coming from? I don't even see them in the trees or anything. The ground's all... Ooh, okay, no, here's another spawnable area. Definitely need a tree out here. Okay, we've got a tree right here, right? Regular old spruce tree. That's our last spruce log as well. That's not great. But we can at least address this area right here. There we go. Okay, we've got to go grab some saplings, and unfortunately, the sun is going to be rising soon, but we can get a little bit of a preview of how we expect the island to look now, and it's not that different, is it? Goodness me. I mean, it looks good with all the, the lights in the trees. I like how it looks, but it's not that profoundly different. Which is maybe a good thing, because we did like how the island looked before. We just didn't think about this as a light source when we did up all the lamps. I think we take some acacia saplings, and we use those, because those typically have the... And maybe also, because birch looks good with everything, we'll take some birch saplings. But my thinking here is that these will look very natural alongside the other trees, and they have their own little elbows and things that we can hang the lights onto. So let's fly across the way there. And let's keep our eyes peeled for anything dangerous. Oh, I mean, speak of the devil. That was a cool hit. I'm glad we got that guy, but we're not being pursued by everything. Including a creeper that's, looks like he's got it in for me, man. He's coming at me with some speed. Okay. Is that everything dead? Are we good? Give it a good hop. Look for creepers. Okay. Right along in here, let's throw down both a birch and a acacia. Maybe an acacia there, and if we can get one to grow, maybe an acacia here. And we've got these we can just, throw into it. Yes! Just make some more berries real quick. Give me a second. We're almost done here. Some of these aren't growing as large as I want them to, and I think that's going to negatively impact the amount of light we're able to get out of them, because we can really only put, 1 or 2 if they're drooping, but... It's okay, so far it's worked. So far, the plan has been a success. What's really great about this is that we are diversifying the sort of overall landscape of the island, which is great. Not every tree wants to grow everywhere, and that's okay. You just have to be a little bit persistent. I did not mean to do that, but there we go. We got what we wanted in the end. Okay, well this one just grew around a bamboo shoot, which looks kind of silly. And I'm going to leave it, because I like how silly it is. I think I did it. I think I've only just gone and done it. We need to do a quick sweep of the entire island, make sure we're not missing any lanterns. We probably are. Lamps even, whatever they're called. Left this stuff sitting on the ground over here, because I just frankly ran out of room for it. But... there we go. Problem solved. Got everything. We're carrying it now. It's all good. Probably got some lamps left behind. Look, there's one right there. Speak of the devil. There's one right literally there. plop that back down. Good to be on the lookout for that as we continue to kind of poke around here. Okay, it all looks good so far. Again, probably missing some I'm not going to say it again. Are they lamps or are they lanterns? They're They're bulbs. They're neither. Both words were incorrect. We're probably missing some bulbs. I'm not going to stress that too much because I feel like what matters is that the majority of the light is coming from these. And it definitely is. So it's about noon right now, meaning if I go ahead and I head back across the way, I should be able to have just enough time to tuck everything away where it goes, and then come back out here and observe our fine work. And I forget that we can't actually swim up on the island over here now, because we've added the sort of proper entry, the proper little smoothness to the beach there. It's so hard to do words. Wait, we didn't feed these guys at the top of the episode. I forgot. My bad. Oh, I just realized. Nothing's happened yet. Okay, we've got plenty of time. Inventory is clear. We can absolutely make it downstairs. The sun has not yet kissed the horizon, which means who wants to go now? Who's next? We're going to start mixing and matching. We got a little bit of a pink. We got a little bit of a yellow. I think we've done that one many, many times now. And we typically tend to get... Wait, hold on. Did anything happen? Have they found each other? Is this them right here? Yeah, you typically just get one of the parents' colors. We'll get blue eventually, though. We know that we will. We know that... I haven't looked it up. It's either 1 out of every 1,400 or 1 out of every 14,000. And even though one of those is quite a bit bigger, they feel about the same in my mind, to be honest with you. So now we just kind of park ourselves here and we wait. Joy. I'm looking up blue axolotl. Oh, they're real. Axolotls are hideous. Blue axolotl Minecraft. The blue axolotl in Minecraft is a very, very rare variant that cannot spawn naturally. It can only be obtained through breeding other axolotls with a 1 in 1,200, not 14, 1,200 chance of producing a blue axolotl, or blue offspring. Alternatively, players can use the command /summon axolotl, ~, variant, :4, all of those are in brackets, to spawn one directly. Well, we're not going to do that. So I guess what we are going to end up doing is breeding up to 1,200. And the thing is, statistically, you should get one if you breed 1,200. But it is possible statistically to get none after doing 1,200. You might, like if you're flipping a die, it's say, hey, it's going to go heads 1 out of 50 times. A die. That's not when you flip a coin. It's unlikely. But you may flip it 1,000 times and it just never lands on heads if it's like a perfectly balanced coin. It can happen. It's incredibly unlikely, but we could go through 1,000,000 of these and never get a blue one. That's just reality. That's not going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen. So also, yeah, that looks great over there. I forgot that's what we were waiting for. You remember the point of the entire episode. We redid the lighting on the island. In case you forgot. That's what all of this was about. And it looks spectacular. I would have thought that dark spot over there would have been trouble, but apparently not. Apparently it's all fine. I might want to go add more light over there anyway, because I don't like the idea of dark patches. But I think it looks swell, and it looks 100% natural as well, because nothing's natural like a glowing berry. We've got fantastic thumbnail potential right here. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!